Roads this morning, Holly.
Well, right now, Friday light conditions, Kelly. It's not yet 5 a.m., so not a lot going on. We do have a traffic alert that I've been following for close to an hour. This on the eastbound 10 at Pacific Avenue. The off-ramp is closed, and also the far right lane of the main line is shut down. That's an update I have for you. No slowing, though, right now for folks making their way towards the 57. From there, West 60 Riverside to Diamond Bar is going to take about 25 minutes right now. Things look great through Rubidoux, Harupa Valley, Ontario, and also Chino. I do want to remind you that this weekend on Sunday from midnight to 8 a.m., a full closure on the 60 between Lemon and Diamond Bar. This is due to road work. So just keep that in mind if you live in the IE, midnight to 8 a.m. on Sunday. And then in San Bernardino, West 210 near Arden, we have a car stuck in the right lane. Thankfully, it's dark, it's early, no slowing out there. Now, coming up in a few, I will check conditions through downtown Los Angeles. It's 4:54. You're watching Today in LA.
Meteorologist Kelley Moody is in for Belen, joining us here, and it's great to have you.
It's great to have you. It's great to match with you.
100%. This was not planned, by the way.
This was not planned.
Showed up and we're like, wow, we're both wearing.
To be clear, what I believe he says, I feel like I look like an elf. And I said, no, but if you are, I'll join Santa's sleigh.
Hey, you know, the Christmas spirit, we need that. It's
fall
still far
spirit,
out.
Christmas spirit, whatever we can get to just feel a little bit cooler. And this morning, we're going to be feeling that all around town because we've got kind of these gloomy conditions as we're starting things off, these gray skies overhead. Right now in Universal City, we've got temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, calm winds, but a whole lot of moisture out there, and yes, even a little bit of patchy drizzle for some spots, especially along the coast. We'll continue that through the rest of your morning. It's not really affecting visibility, though. In fact, visibility, it looks pretty good all around town, just down to 6 miles at LAX, but otherwise 10 miles everywhere else. So it's more overcast as we're starting things off. Nothing that should be causing you any issues as you head out the door. Looking ahead, though, we are going to be seeing just a little bit of sunshine into the afternoon hours, mostly sunny skies by the time we make it to your dinner time, with temperatures in the mid-70s, so comfortable to be outside. But as we head into the evening hours, we're going to watch those temperatures drop. Sunset at 6:44 this evening. You can expect that later on today. And then chances for some possible thunderstorms that we will be tracking in the days to come. What are we tracking out on the roads this morning, Holly?
Well, right now, Kelly, we are tracking Friday light conditions. Lots of green. I've been saying that since 4 a.m., so that's some good news. Of course, that's going to change in the next hour. I do want to update you on a traffic alert that I've been following for an hour now. East 10 at Pacific Avenue. Due to a vehicle fire, the off-ramp is closed, and also the number 5 lane, the far right lane. No word on when this lane and off-ramp will reopen, but right now, thankfully, traffic is light for folks making their way towards Pomona. From there in Riverside, West 91, Riverside to Anaheim, that drive 39 minutes, speeds in the 60s. All looks good through Corona and also Anaheim Hills. And then on the North 5, Irvine to Anaheim, it'll be a 17-minute drive, speeds in the 70s. So looks good out there in Orange County. Coming up in a few, we will check conditions on the West 105 in Downey. Jonathan, over to you.
We'll see you then, Holly. Thank you.
It can be a little bit of a downer to start with gloomy conditions, but the big pro of that is that we have majorly improved air quality. Pretty much everyone's seeing good air quality this morning, with just a couple of spots getting close down the 210 toward Burbank and around Riverside that we're seeing maybe moderate air quality, but hey, we will take it. It's a nice way to start our Friday and get a little bit closer into the weekend. For Pasadena, you're going to be seeing a little bit of everything over the next couple of days and into your weekend. Cloudy skies for today with temperatures in the upper 70s, maybe a glimpse of sunshine as we make our way into the late afternoon hours. Saturday, looking at that chance for possible thunderstorms, with temperatures warming just to the mid 70s, upper 70s back with us, with a little bit of a mix of sun and clouds as we look for your Sunday. If you're getting ready to head out the door dark and early this morning, you can expect temperatures out on the roads to be in the mid 60s. Not quite time to turn on the heater, at least in my book, but maybe getting a little closer. I run warm, though, so, I mean, it's AC almost year-round for me. Holly, how about you? What do you think people need out on the road so far?
Right now, I did have, like, a little AC on this morning. I'm looking forward to the day, though, Kelly, where I can use the seat warmers.
It's coming.
I always like being cozy during fall. All right, good morning to you on this Friday. Look at this. I think we're seeing just a few raindrops on Chewy Lugo's car. This is street vision moving east towards Pasadena. As you can see, traffic is light, roadway is open, so conditions look good out there in the Pasadena area. From there, West Covina car fire. This is a traffic alert I've been following for an hour. East 10 at Pacific Avenue. The off-ramp is closed there at Pacific, and also the number 5 lane, which is the far right lane. We're not seeing any delays right now heading towards the 57. That's also good news because just west of there in Baldwin Park, East 10 near Puente Avenue, CHP is saying there's a semi that is disabled in lanes. So if all of a sudden I see a lot of slowing, of course, I'm going to come back here to Baldwin Park, West 105 Downey to LAX. That drive about 17 minutes right now. Speeds in the 60s through Linwood and Hawthorne. A fantastic time to head to the airport if you have an early morning flight. South 605 Baldwin Park to the 105. That commute 13 minutes. Speeds in the 60s through Whittier and Santa Fe Springs. Coming up, we'll check out conditions on the 91 through Bellflower. Camilla, over to you.
Holly, thank you.
On the list. They've all been officially added. You can get your hands on the book starting November 18th. But yeah, how great.
Yeah, well, I feel like there's a couple more. Aren't there like a few more to be added on there?
I'm not cool enough to know.
I don't know them either.
I know cold brew was added. I don't know if we mentioned that. But do we think people are buying these dictionaries for $32 or just Googling what these words mean?
I'm more
take a survey.
Yeah, we should. But I'm more concerned about when these words become SAT words and when suddenly these have a lot lot more value in a much bigger way.
Right.
Wow.
I don't remember those on my
That's
SAT.
something to consider. Can you imagine kids like 10 years from now flipping through their flashcards? Oh,
Influencer,
dad
right?
bought.
Riz?
There it is. Memes.
It's coming.
Okay, yes.
One day, and one day will cool down. And in fact, that one day is coming next week.
I'm excited.
It's on the way. It's going to be so comfortable. But we have some thunderstorms and fun things to get through before then. But if you want to have some real fun, why don't you head on out to Angel Stadium? First pitch, 6:38 p.m. Is that right? Yeah, 6:38 p.m. We're going to have mostly clear skies, mild conditions, keeping it cool and then a little bit cloudy as we get into the evening hours. So you probably need a little bit of an extra layer to bring with you. It's going to be getting cooler in the days to come. Hope you're breaking out all your nice fall things, but keeping around some short sleeves. You might need it on some of these days. Right now, we're looking at temperatures in Los Angeles at 64 degrees, calm winds, plenty of moisture though. In fact, I think you might need the windshield wipers for the start of today. For some spots, a little bit of fog, a little bit of patchy drizzle. We are going to keep that trend around for a few spots over the next couple of days. Definitely for spots in the South Bay like Hawthorne, looking at upper 60s through the late morning hours. Cloudy skies sticking with us. Low 70s into the early afternoon and only really making it up into the mid 70s for your daytime highs. As we get into the afternoon hours, we start to bring in the onshore flow in the form of a little bit of a breeze, looking at winds between just 5 to 10 miles per hour. But hey, that's something to be aware of as you head into the afternoon. By tonight, dropping those temperatures back to the upper 60s. Unfortunately, not getting a great view of the sun for today. We'll switch that up in the days to come, just like we're going to switch things up with your futurecast, looking at those chances for thunderstorms. Again, plenty of cloud cover out there as we look ahead toward the late morning hours. By late afternoon, maybe a couple spotty showers up toward areas in the high desert and heading over toward spots like Victorville. As we get into your Saturday, maybe some passing showers, a quick morning thunderstorm to wake you up. And then you can go back to bed listening to maybe a little pitter-patter of rain. It won't last long, though. As we get into the afternoon hours, though, we do increase the chances for those possible isolated thunderstorms with some of that daytime heating, and that could even linger into your Saturday evening. This is mostly for those areas of higher elevation. This is not widespread. Not everyone's going to get a taste of this precipitation, but you will get a taste of 70s, maybe even some 80s, just depending on where you are over the next several days. For your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, whether you're in Los Angeles, Orange County, or by the coast, expect that we could still continue to see some of that fog, a little bit of patchy drizzle, and then next week, more sunshine, looking at 70s and then warming into those low 80s toward the end of the week. Pretty similar as we look towards spots in our valleys. Again, maybe the chance for a spotty shower or two for your Saturday, keeping that morning fog around for Sunday. Temperatures warming into the 80s by midweek. We'll keep it in the low 80s for our daytime highs inland. Of course, always a few degrees warmer. A few more than a few degrees warmer if you're going to be in the low deserts this weekend. Still working with tank tops, shorts, No jackets, 90s for your daytime highs there. Chances for some showers and thunderstorms for the high desert and low deserts for our Saturday. Saturday's a day we're going to keep an eye on, but after that point should be nice and calm, mellow. They're going to be shortening our times next week because we're not going to have as much to talk about. It should be looking nice. That doesn't mean you shouldn't tune in. Chances for showers and thunderstorms are always with us. No, not really, but for our Saturday and Sunday. Certainly something we'll be aware of for our mountains and continue to track. What should we be aware of on the roads for today, Holly?
Right now, Friday light, Kelly. This is what I like to report on. All looks good right now on the East 210. Chewy-Lugo in street vision heading towards the Irwindale area. Things look great out there. Traffic is even light on the westbound side of the 210 right now. Of course, that's going to change in the 6 a.m. hour. West Covina car fire. This is a traffic alert I've been following for over an hour. East 10 at Pacific Avenue. The off-ramp is closed there. Also the far right lane. Thankfully, no slowing, though, for folks making their way towards the 57. When that changes, I will let you know. West 91 Drive, Buena Park to the 110 is going to take under 20 minutes. Speeds in the upper 60s through Artesia, Cerritos, Bellflower, and also Compton. A very easy drive. South 405 commute Mission Hills to the 105. 25 minutes right now. Speeds in the 60s through North Hills, Van Nuys, Sherman Oaks, and also Bel Air. And then on the west 134 Pasadena to the 101. Under 15 minutes for that drive. Speeds in the 70s through Glendale, Burbank, and also Toluca Lake. Coming up, I'll tell you about a hazard in Linwood that just popped up. Jonathan, over to you.
All right, Holly, we'll see you soon. Thank you. Our newest meteorologist, Kelley Moody, is joining us. She's in for Belen. Kelley, welcome to the team.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and we've been dealing with false fall, where it's like the end of summer.
Are you dealing with it or are you enjoying it? You should enjoy it.
Well, I just worry it's going to get hot again, and I'm like, don't do that.
That is always a fear. I mean, that's a fear just being in Southern California. Sorry, you're going to live with that. But we have some spotty showers this morning, some patchy fog out there. It's going to be dropping down some visibility for us as well. You can see on our Universal City Cam that we've got, a little bit of drizzle happening there. Temperatures hanging out in the lower end of the 60s. So yes, feels like fall this morning. Plenty of moisture in the atmosphere, keeping those winds nice and calm. And we will continue to see just light to breezy conditions. Even though we do have that additional bit of fog out there, some overcast conditions, we aren't seeing this impacting our visibility all too much. It's been varying a bit all the way down to Santa Ana, but we're still looking at the most part between 5 to 10 miles of visibility. So I'm not particularly concerned about this for your morning commute or for any of those buses out on the roads this morning taking the kids to school. Upper 60s during that morning drop off by lunchtime. We're expecting low 70s, low to mid 70s as you're heading on home and getting ready for the weekend. It's a Friday. All the kids excited. I'm excited. Everyone should be excited. Holly, are you excited for your Friday?
100%, Kelly. Friday vibes are strong for sure. And thankfully, Friday light conditions are in full effect, at least on the South 605. Chewy-Lugo making his way towards the Whittier area. I like what I'm seeing. Thank you for those images. Angels take on the Astros this evening. First pitch is at 6:38, so expect some slowing on the 57, the 22, and the 5, and then surface streets like Catella and State College. Now in Linwood, we have a vehicle stuck in the center divider, West 105. Just east of the 710. Thankfully, not a lot of slowing, though, in the Linwood area. West 105 commute Downey to LAX. That drive to the airport, 18 minutes right now, speeds in the 50s. So all looks good through Linwood and then Hawthorne. North 710, PCH the 10. This will take about 18 minutes. Speeds in the upper 60s. It looks good through Bellflower, Southgate, and Bell. And then West 10, Colton to Pomona, an easy drive of 32 minutes. Speeds in the upper 50s through Bloomington, Fontana, Ontario, and also Montclair. Coming up in a few, we will check conditions on the North 215 through Riverside. Camilla, over to you.
Holly, thank you. Weather might have you singing into the weekend, but we do have a little bit of a marine layer, making things a little gloomy. So maybe you're playing some Adele to start the day. Some widespread morning clouds, a little bit of patchy drizzle. We're going to cool it down in the next several days, keeping those temperatures below average, but we're also tracking chances for thunderstorms as we look ahead toward the next couple of days. I'll have a look at that coming up. Holly.
All right. Thank you, Kelly. Adele is always good for a moody morning drive. Look, some raindrops. This is the South 605. Chewy-Lugo is making his way towards the 105. Conditions look good. He does have those wipers going, so you may have to use them this morning. Slow down if you do. Coming up, we'll head to Riverside. It's 5:38. You're watching Today in LA.
So huge congratulations to her.
Yay.
Congratulations, Lynette. Well earned.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
All right.
That authenticity is very important in journalism.
Yes, it is.
It's important in your weather, too.
It is. You got to be real with what's going on.
I'm going to keep it real with you all.
I see the fall leaves behind
the
you.
details.
Okay, so I'll make it fun and I'll make it fall. We're going to
We like
continue.
that.
Yeah, I know. I thought you might. We're going to continue to track a little bit of a cool down for you, but this morning we're mostly looking at that patchy fog. So if there are 4 things to remember, let it be this: a little bit of fog for you, a little bit of patchy drizzle. We are tracking some possible thunderstorms for your Saturday and Sunday, but that really depends on where you are. They're kind of exclusive, so you have to know. So stick around and I'll tell you where. Some below average temperatures to follow, and that is what is going to have us feeling like fall as we look ahead toward this next week. Of course, we'll still have 90s out in the desert, so you can find summer if you miss it. But for a lot of us, I think we're ready for that transition, so we will welcome it in. Your temperatures right now are looking pretty nice. We've got those hanging out in the 60s, pretty comfortable conditions overall, but a little bit chillier in Big Bear, 48 degrees. This is a special spot, not only because I'm going to be hanging out there for your Friday and Saturday, so I'll be posting some pictures if I see any thunderstorms, but also because that's where we're tracking them. Your Big Bear chances for possible precipitation and thunderstorms are going to be rising as we head into your Friday, Saturday, and even lingering into Sunday. After that point, I'm not too concerned about precipitation chances or thunderstorms. Things are going to be a little bit more quiet next week, but the next couple of days, I got plenty to talk about. This morning, we are going to continue to see that extra bit of cloud cover, that pushing all the way in, basically to the mountains. Once we get to the mountains, just past that, into the high desert, low desert, you're still going to be seeing plenty of sunshine. But for the rest of us, we're going to be seeing a little bit of that patchy fog. Heading into the afternoons, evenings, again, still cloudy out there, not getting a really great view of the sun for the vast majority of us. Some spotty showers start to be possible, maybe a pop-up thunderstorm or two. More so as we head into the overnight hours, maybe some lingering showers for your Saturday morning, and then we start to increase the chances for that possible thunderstorm activity once again through the daytime hours of your Saturday and even hanging out into your Saturday night. And it is possible that we could repeat that again for your Sunday, but Saturday really is shaping up to be the day that we are most likely to see some of those billowing clouds over our area mountains. But again, this morning, your main concern, if you just want to get outside, expect to see some of that fog out on the roadways and a little bit of patchy drizzle because of that, especially for Los Angeles, Orange County, and all along the coast. And we're going to keep that the way that we start the day for your Friday, Saturday, Sunday. After that, we should start to welcome in some warmer temperatures, some mild conditions, temperatures warming to the upper 70s and low 80s for next week. For the valley, it's a little bit warmer for you. Still looking at some chances for some possible precipitation for Saturday, but again, also some morning fog. Same goes for areas in the Inland Empire even, but we are looking at those chances for possible thunderstorms once again for your Saturday. Warmer temperatures as we look ahead into next week. High desert, low desert, warmer, of course. Chances for thunderstorms for your Saturday. And then we are going to continue to keep our eyes to the mountains where we could be seeing the most likely possibility for those thunderstorms as we look ahead towards Saturday, lingering into Sunday. Much cooler temperatures for daytime highs in the 60s, overnight lows in the 40s, even flirting with the upper 30s. What are our roads flirting with, Holly? Anything fun out there?
A little bit of traffic, so a little bit of drama, I will tell you. On this Friday, we're inching closer to the 6 a.m. hour, which means that we're seeing more vehicles on the roadway right now. Chewy Lugo moving west on the 91 towards the 110. Yes, traffic is moving, but I will tell you it is getting busier out there. Now in West Covina, since 4 a.m., I've been following a vehicle fire on the East 10 at Pacific Avenue. The off-ramp is closed and also the far right lane. Again, this is due to a vehicle fire. They do not know when this lane and off-ramp will reopen. Thankfully, the East 10 is the counter commute direction right now. No delays for folks making their way towards the 57. North 215 Paris to Riverside will take about 23 minutes right now. Speeds in the 50s through Moreno Valley as folks try to get on the 91. West 60 Riverside to Diamond Bar, 28 minutes right now. Speeds in the 50s through Rubidoux, Harupa Valley, and Ontario. The 60 looks fantastic as of now, but this weekend on Sunday, midnight to 8 a.m., both sides of the 60 between Lemon and Diamond Bar will be fully shut down. This is for road work. So again, if you live in the IE, Sunday, midnight to 8 a.m., there will be issues on the 60 because it is going to be shut down between Lemon and Diamond Bar Boulevard. Coming up, we'll take a look at downtown Los Angeles. Back to you, Camilla.
All right, Holly, thank you. Kelley Moody in for Belen today on this I guess foggy, cloudy, rainy start.
A little gloomy. Yeah, I didn't bring the sunshine with me. Sorry. I'll bring it in my sunny personality if I can. But yeah, it's a little bit of a dreary start, if you will, a little gloomy. You mentioned the UK earlier. Kind of feels like that outside. We've got some patchy fog hanging out overhead, but it's not really affecting our visibility. We've got temperatures in the low to mid 60s, a lot of moisture out there, even a couple raindrops here and there on your very early morning commutes. That will linger into the late morning hours. We'll get some little pockets of sunshine for a lot of us, more sunshine the farther inland you go, but of course not expecting that will be particularly widespread. Hey, let's head around town. We've got temperatures warming up close to the upper 80s for areas far up to the northeast in Barstow, mid 60s for Big Bear, expecting temperatures to be in the mid to upper 80s for spots like Hemet, as well as low 70s for Idlewild, where we could see some possible thunderstorms over the next couple of days. Some morning fog and drizzle for areas along the coast and in Orange County. Pretty consistent conditions as we look across the LA basin this morning. How are things looking in traffic, Holly?
Well, for the first 2 hours of the broadcast, I was saying, Kelly, Friday light, not so much Friday late on the West 105. Chewy Lugo making his way slowly towards the 405. If you have an early morning flight out of LAX, make sure to give yourself plenty of time to get to the airport. Since 4 a.m., I've been following a vehicle fire. This is actually a traffic alert on the East 10 at Pacific Avenue in West Covina. The off-ramp is blocked there and also the far right lane. We're noticing just a little bit of slowing for folks making their way towards the 57. If all of a sudden you need an alternate route, of course, I will let you know. From there, downtown LA, getting a little bit busier on the West 10, North 110 and North 5 from East LA into downtown Los Angeles. West 10 Drive 5 to the 405 already at speeds in the 30s. That drive will take about 21 minutes. And then on the North 5 Downey to the 134, that drive 29 minutes. Speeds in the 40s. We are seeing a little bit of slowing through Downey, Commerce, and also East Los Angeles. Coming up, we'll check conditions in Glendora on the West 210. Camilla, Jonathan, over to you.
Holly, oh my gosh, do not do that, no matter how bad the traffic is. We've got cool and patchy fog out there, cool conditions and patchy fog, that is. Even a little bit of drizzle for you as we make it into the afternoon, a couple little pockets of sunshine, mild conditions, and then we'll be tracking possible chances for thunderstorms. You won't want to miss that. That'll be coming up after the break. But first, Holly, how's it looking out on the roads?
Well, right now it looks pretty good. Chewy Lugo in Street Vision heading on the South 405 towards Long Beach. He just transitioned to the South 405 from the West 105, which was pretty packed. Coming up in a few, I will give you an update on what's going on the West 210 in Glendora at 6:08. We'll be right back.
And we also want to take a moment this morning to welcome meteorologist Kelley Moody to NBC4.
As she's in for Belen this morning. It is great to have you. Welcome to the First Alert Weather Team.
I appreciate it.
I know this is a homecoming for you on several fronts.
It is. Yeah. It is in a lot of ways. I'm from Orange County, so to be on home airwaves is like super cool. Hi, everyone. I made it. No, I don't know. But, it's that I used to intern at NBCLA. I was Conan Nolan's intern, but really I chased him more than interned for him. He was all the,
look at that photo.
That's cute.
Love this.
Look at those bangs. She was banging. Yeah, we've had a few hairstyles since then, but yes, this was many, many moons ago. And, Conan's been a wonderful mentor through the years, and it's nice to be back and to get to call him a colleague.
Congratulations.
Thank
We're glad to call you our new colleague.
Appreciate it.
We have
Yes.
some nice weather, some cool days.
It's nice to be able to come into nice weather. I wish I could bring you a little bit more sunshine. We are expecting things to get a little prettier in the days to come. But for today, it's patchy fog, it's drizzle, it's cool temperatures. We've got mid 60s all across the Southland. The one exception right now who is not in the 60s are all of you who are in Big Bear. And Big Bear becomes significant because that is where I am tracking some of the highest potential for possible precipitation and some possible thunderstorms. So we'll be talking about that all throughout this morning. But if you are just trying to get out the door and you're like, Kelly, what do I need to know right now? It's going to be foggy, and you might even have to use your windshield wipers. I hope you didn't get your car washed yesterday. We've got some patchy drizzle out there. Saturdays when we've got that increased chance for possible thunderstorms, and then next week cooler than normal. And I'm not expecting that possible precipitation so you can get away with washing your car. Give it a few more days. I'll show you on your 7-day when your best opportunity would be. Hey, if you're in Newport Beach, I had to shout out more of my Orange County folks. We've got temperatures in the mid to upper 60s this morning. Lots of cloud cover out there. Nothing new for you. Low 70s during the early afternoon hours. A little bit breezy out on the waters as well. So if you're taking the boat out, be prepared for that. We're going to keep the low 70s around through the early evening hours. If you've got dinner plans, bring an extra layer. You might need it by the time we make it into the evening. If you're heading on out on the town, upper 60s, cloudy skies, lighter winds, and then possible chances for thunderstorms for just about everyone, but more so for our areas of higher elevation, for areas farther inland. As we head into this afternoon, again, pockets of sunshine, not everyone getting a sunny day, but you'll see it here and there. And then as we head into the evening hours, we bring in all of that cloud cover once again with some spotty showers as well into your Friday evening. Looking ahead towards your Saturday, we get kind of those passing showers in the overnight hours that linger into your early Saturday morning. If you've got early run plans on a Saturday, I don't know, what do you do on an early Saturday morning at 7 a.m.? I hope you're sleeping in. We are going to continue to see those chances for showers and possible thunderstorms as we look toward our Saturday afternoon. Again, this is more so for areas farther to the east. Not everyone getting in on this action. They're very exclusive showers and thunderstorms that will keep around into your Saturday evening and even into your Sunday. Morning fog sticks with us and on us, if you will, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. For the Los Angeles, Orange County area, the coast will have to continue temperatures warming into the mid to upper 70s, low 80s. After that point, that's when things get really nice. Middle of next week, lovely conditions. For the valleys, expecting those chances for a few spotty showers, maybe a thunderstorm for your Saturday. More so again for areas farther to the east, like the Inland Empire, with temperatures in the 80s. We'll keep around those chances for showers and thunderstorms in the high desert and low desert for your Saturday. And those chances for thunderstorms do linger a little bit longer. Do you have to let it linger? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we'll keep that around for your mountain areas. Low 60s after that, looking nice. What should we be playing on the radio this morning?
Tell me. Cranberries. I love the cranberries. Come on. I love that Linger song. Okay, right now we're getting a live look from Street Vision. Chewy Lugo is traveling southbound on the 405. He's in the Long Beach area, moving towards the 605. He's using his windshield wipers. We're seeing some raindrops on the windshield there. Don't be afraid to slow down if there is a little bit of rain in your area this Friday morning. In Glendora, West 210 near Sunflower Avenue, there's a vehicle stuck in the left lane. It's quite a drive. It is packed heading towards Azusa. So let's check that commute. West 210, Glendora to Glendale. Speeds in the 30s. That drive will take 30 minutes. It is pretty packed between Glendora and Azusa. Things are a little bit lighter through Monrovia, Arcadia, and Pasadena, but they will get busier in the next hour. In downtown LA, we have a vehicle in the carpool lane, East 10, just west of the 110. East 10 is the counter commute direction, and we're not noticing any slowing right now. Of course, if that changes, so I'll let you know. West 10, Colton to Pomona, 30-minute drive. Speeds in the 60s. Friday light out there. Camilla and Jonathan, over to you. Time now for Hollywood Buzz. The lineup for the 2026 Stagecoach Festival is here in 2027. I know so many fans of Spaceballs, also the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids franchise will be so thrilled because Rick is back.
People don't realize he left because his wife had died of liver cancer. He wanted to stay home, take care of his kids, so he did it for a very selfish reason. So selfishly, we're really glad to see Rick Moranis back in acting. It's so wonderful.
Yeah, he was focused on raising his daughter.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Holly, thank you. Coming up,
You got any lunch plans? Maybe you should make them. We've got temperatures looking pretty nice. We'll get into those 70s eventually, mid to upper 70s even, the farther inland you go. Not mild conditions overall, but a little bit of extra cloud cover. And of course, some of that patchy fog this morning that we're continuing to watch for you. Ooh, looking a little eerie out there in Catalina. Hey, we've also got to look at when you can expect those possible thunderstorms coming up after the break. Stay with us.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's so wonderful to be here with you.
Yeah, it's good to have you.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of patchy fog this morning. That's something you'll definitely need to know before you head on outside. So be prepared for that. We need an extra layer maybe. We've got a little drizzle out there. That patchy fog is going to stay with us along the coastline for areas in the LA basin as well for Orange County. But by this afternoon, we will eventually see some sunshine. We'll watch those temperatures warm into the mid to upper 70s for areas in the valleys and the Inland Empire. High desert keeping around around all that sunshine, even getting a little breezy in the afternoon hours. And then there's the mountains. Oh, the mountains. That's where all the action always happens. That's where we've got the chances for some possible thunderstorms over the next couple of days. That's mostly toward the afternoon hours. We could see a little bit of that in the overnight hours. That could even push a little closer to the coast. So we'll have a nice illustrated futurecast for you coming up with that. Temperatures there only in the mid-60s. Holly, how are things looking out on the roads?
Well, right now, Kelly, we are on the North 710 heading towards Southgate. Not too bad out here. Traffic is moving nicely. Chewy Lugo, thank you for those images. He is heading towards the 5 freeway. Not too bad right here on the North 710. Now, in West Covina, since 4 a.m., I've been following a vehicle fire. East 10 at Pacific Avenue, the off-ramp is closed. Also, the far right lane is shut down. This is a traffic alert. East 10 counter commute direction. Thankfully, we're not seeing a lot of delays for folks making their way towards the 57. People are getting by in the left lanes and the middle lanes. Now in Glendora, I can clear a hazard for you. West 210 near Sunflower Avenue, we had a stalled vehicle. The roadway is clear, so that's some good news tonight. Angels take on the Astros. First pitch 6:38, so it'll be busy on the 22, the 57, and the 5 freeway. Also surface streets like State College and Catella Avenue. Coming up, we will check conditions in downtown Los Angeles. Jonathan, over to you.
We'll check back soon, Holly.
Today in for Belen on this fall-ish Friday, I guess.
We're really trying to visualize fall at this point, right? Like we might be forcing it a little bit with the outfits, the graphics. I mean, what can we do here? But we're trying to get into the fall spirit. We've got falling temperatures, if you will. Just as early as Wednesday, just a couple days ago, we had mid-80s for your daytime highs. Those dropped on down to the upper 70s, and today I'm only expecting mid-70s for those daytime highs with a bit of a gloomy start out there. We've been talking about that patchy fog, that morning drizzle, and early morning temperatures that are starting off in the 60s pretty much all around town. Clouds tend to be that great equalizer. Once they drape over all of us, we kind of get trapped with those temperatures. A little bit cooler if you're in our area mountains. Right now, 48 degrees in Big Bear. I've been talking about Big Bear a lot this morning, and it's not just because I'm going there later today. I'm going to hang out there for tomorrow, but because we've got chances for thunderstorms. And those thunderstorm chances rise as we look ahead toward our Saturday, and they do linger into your Sunday as well. Let's put it all in motion with that future track. Again, plenty of cloud cover out there. You might get a couple pockets of sunshine as we head into our Friday afternoon, but we bring back in those clouds in full force as we head into your Friday night. Again, that possibility for some isolated thunderstorms, especially over areas of higher elevation from Big Bear down to Hemet. And then watch as we head from Friday into your Saturday morning. Some passing showers still possibly moving on through. So a little bit dreary as we're starting the day. By your Saturday afternoon, again, that increased chance for some of that possible precipitation. Nothing too widespread, but if you get stuck under one of those thunderstorm cells, you know it can definitely accumulate rather quickly. So that's what we'll be watching for you on your Saturday afternoon. By the late evening hours, we should be clearing on out. But again, we run that risk with that daytime heating that we could see a remanifestation of those possible thunderstorms by Sunday, again, in those areas of higher elevation. For areas farther off to the east. For the Los Angeles basin, inland Orange County, the coast, it's all about the fog. I'm really not too concerned about storms for you. Instead, maybe just some patchy drizzle, especially in the morning hours. After that, though, look at those temperatures next week, looking mild, looking calm, mid to upper 70s, warming to the low 80s. We have a similar trend as we look toward areas in our valleys, working with morning fog. A higher chance that we could see some of those possible little showers passing on through, maybe a pop-up thunderstorm for the Inland Empire as we head into your Saturday. Some lingering fog on Sunday, and then again bringing back in some sunshine as we look ahead toward next week. If you are going to be in the high desert, the low desert, this is where you can find summer still. 90s expected as we look ahead, and again a higher chance that we could see some of those possible thunderstorms. Saturday is that big day for that, and especially for our area mountains. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's where we have those highest chances for possible thunderstorms. We'll keep the 60s around, those overnight lows dropping to the 40s, getting darn near close to some upper 30s. That starts to feel more like fall. So if you're looking for it, that's where you go. no matter where you're going, you could run into a little bit of traffic from what I'm seeing over on Holly's cams.
Or a lot of traffic if you're in the downtown LA area. Moving very slowly on the North 101. It's always a tough ride this time of the morning for folks making their way towards the 110 in downtown Los Angeles. Now in Corona, we have a 2-vehicle crash, West 91 near Surface Club Drive. As you can see, it's quite busy here in the Corona area between the 15 and the 241. So let's check the commute time. Riverside to Anaheim will take an hour right now, speeds in the 40s. North 5 Drive Downey to the 134 will take just under 45 minutes, speeds in the 20s. We see slowing through Downey, Commerce, and also East Los Angeles. And then on the westbound side of the 105 Downey to LAX, that drive to the airport right now is 30 minutes, speeds in the 30s. Yes, it is slow through Linwood and also Hawthorne. Give yourself lots of time to get to the airport if you have an early morning flight. North 405 Long Beach to the 10, 50 minutes right now, speeds in the 30s through Carson, Torrance, Inglewood, and also Culver City. It's 6:54 today in LA. We'll be right back.
Let's get you ready for the weekend. We've got temperatures in the 70s for the most part, a little bit cooler for our mountains, and the big focus, patchy fog this morning, a little bit of drizzle with it, and also looking at chances for thunderstorms, especially for areas in the valleys, Inland Empire, and the mountains. Holly?
All right, good morning to you. A live look at the very slow conditions on the North 101 approaching the 110. Shui Lugo is in street vision right there. And just a reminder, we do have a traffic alert in effect in West Covina, East 10 at Pacific Avenue. The off-ramp is closed, as is the far right lane.
All right, Holly, thank you so much. And the news doesn't stop here.
The Today Show is coming up next, and we continue with